Good morning, good morning, good morning. New York here. Happy fucking Saturday. Opiates. I'll say it. I'll say the word. That was my problem. I had other issues too, but my real problem was opiates. Once I put them down and got past everything, my life has been fucking great. So much better. I was living in hell. A lot of you are living in hell. For those of you still living in hell, there is a way out. For those of you who already got out, congratulations, keep on going. It's hard at times, but it's worth it, right? Now, unfortunately, I came from the generation where they prescribed pills like crazy. I had a bad accident, I got prescribed pills, and it led to a fucking long, destructive path. I always stayed away from drinking for the most part because I had alcoholism in my family. I know there's addiction, so I stayed away from it. The pills is the same thing. It's an addictive nature. I had to take them. I was in a ton of pain before my surgeries. But being the addictive nature I have, it went down a long, horrible path. I'm sniffing oxys. I'm doing anything I can get from. I'm getting sick. The whole opiate fucking circle. The nasty circle that is opiates. Now, for all those of you who wake up sick in the morning, you have to find money, you have to get fucking pills, and 2 hours later you need more. You wake up, you're fucking shaking, you're sweating, you're worried, you have anxiety. What if I told you there was a miracle medication that you can take and that all went away instantly? Never again did you feel any of that, and you're done with opiates. There is not. I'll tell you what there is, though. And before I even get started, Suboxone saves lives. I will say this clearly. For many people, it took you off the street. It saved your life. It got you back to work. It got you back on the right path. You got money in your pocket. But everything else I'm about to say, you know in your heart you agree with me with. What does Suboxone do? They take you off an opiate that you're getting sick on. It's hurting your body. You're getting in trouble. You're addicted. You're waking up sick every fucking day. You're shaking. The whole 9 yards. They take you off that and they put you on something that, if you stop taking it, is going to get you way sicker than any opiate you ever fucked with. Suboxone does get you sicker. It has a longer time of withdrawals to get off of it. They say it's an opiate antagonist or a partial opiate. It's a fucking opiate. Look it up. It's actually labeled an opiate. I love how they put these little titles on them. Again, if you're on it, great. I fully get it. This is for people who haven't been on it yet, and if you don't agree with me, you're lying to yourself. Basically, the government, this is how I view it. The government looked at these fucking opiate users and they said, all right, they're committing crimes, but they're spending millions a year on these fucking opiates, probably billions. They're committing crimes. They're getting arrested. They're in and out of jail. They're costing the fucking community. They're doing this. They're doing all this bad stuff. And they said to themselves, we need a way to stop all the crimes, and then we somehow get all that money they spend on opiates. You think that sounds fucked up? That they wouldn't do that? They did. It's exactly what they did. In 2019, Reckitt, the company that owns Suboxone, paid the U.S. government $1.4 billion to stop going after them, to stop investigating them. This was not they got sued and now they had to pay the fucking world like a fucking class action lawsuit. It was none of that. This was them paying the government to stop going after them. Isn't that bribery? The government was on to something. Suboxone can kill you. Did you know Suboxone is not even meant to be long-term use? Like when the FDA approved it for use, it was meant for a certain amount of time. I know people who've been on it for years. Am I mad at them? Again, no. It sucks. It's another horrible thing that they didn't really know about, and now it does keep them to having a life. They can go to work. They can do things. They're not robbing people. But if you ask any of them if they wish they just went through a week of hell, totally detoxed, and never took Suboxone, most of them are going to say yes. If I can go back, I would just detox and not take the Suboxone. Because with Suboxone, if you run out, you're going to detox, and it's going to be worse than fucking opiates. With Suboxone, if you can't get to the doctor, which is basically now your drug dealer, you're going to start getting anxious. You're going to start panicking. Suboxone is just like taking fucking pills, except your drug dealer just became the medical industry and the government. Because I know I talked about the 1.4 billion, but what about all the money that Reckitt pumps into the government as well to keep them quiet, to keep everything going? It's insane. They literally saw such a big market on the streets with these addicts, and they figured out a way to cash in on it. It's fucking sad. How about up the rehabs, get people true help, find drugs that clean them out, even methadone. Methadone's another one. You have to go wait on a line every fucking day to meet your new drug dealer. You can't even go on vacation. If you're lucky, they'll give you a couple shots to go away with, shots, liquid, to go away with so you can live. But if you stop taking methadone, you're gonna fucking withdraw like fucking crazy. Why is it okay to take drugs that are just as bad as the fucking opiates as long as the fucking government makes money and the medical industry keeps on making money? I know what a lot of people are thinking. Oh, these save people's lives. I am fucking with that. If you had to take this, it's because you had to. It's because you had no other fucking choice. There was no choice in the matter. Whether you couldn't miss work for a week, whatever it was, you couldn't handle it. You needed to go to the hospital. You just couldn't get through a full week of detoxing. So you went for help at a doctor who was supposed to fucking help you. The way they should have helped you was said, listen, you have to get through this week. We're going to give you something to help you sleep. We're going to give you something to help the cramps, to help the nausea. But what we're not going to do is give you something else to get addicted to for the rest of your fucking life. Suboxone destroys your liver, hurts your fucking kidneys long run. So many things that they haven't even discovered yet. I got friends on it who have the craziest of problems, from fucking insomnia to anxiety to depression, all from taking Suboxone. I talked to them. Yeah, they're happy they're not on the streets. They're not spending all their money on it anymore, but they're not happy that they're on Suboxone. They're still a slave to a drug. Now, if you are taking it, please find it in your heart to agree with me on this one, folks, because you know it's the truth. Again, it saved your life. I get it. But don't you wish you were on nothing? Don't you wish somebody told you how bad the Suboxone train could be? Doesn't it almost bother you that you're now giving your money, whether it's through medical, which usually don't pay for it, or cash, to the medical industry? The same medical industry that got you hooked on opiates to start with. But then when you started going to dope and getting your money away from the fucking medical industry, once the medical industry got caught for giving out all these pills and they shut it down and they weren't making the money anymore, suddenly they made Suboxone. So not only did we get you addicted to start with opiates, which at first we said were not addictive, you know that whole story. Opiates came out and Oxycontin came out. The government said, along with the medical industry, these are non-addictive for short-term use, blah, 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 blah. They were. So those same motherfuckers who did that to you and then had to stop doing it came out with another Suboxone to get off the fucking opiates that we just prescribed you. Let's make money this way. All I ask is you see the big fucking picture. This isn't a long video. This is just for all the kids out there. If you're fucking hurting, if you really need to do something, go to fucking rehab, please. Do something. If you need to take Suboxone, take it short term. Take little pieces and just take it short term. Use it to bridge the gap between fucking heroin or opiates or pills and sobriety. Don't use it as a new drug. That's all I'm saying. If you're using it and you're already on it, I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad you still got away from the opiates. But let's face it, it's not any better. Well, it's better for you because you're not spending all your money and you're not a criminal anymore. But are you really that much better? Don't you wish you were just sober? There's nobody in this world who, if they truly look at themselves, are going to say, I'm glad I'm on Suboxone. All you had to do is get through a week and a half at most, and you'd be sober. I know maybe it was your idea, but don't tell me when you went to the doctors and the rehabs, they pushed it, right? They go, oh, this is a great fucking idea. Yeah, you doing heroin? You were doing fucking pills? Oh, yeah, to stick this tab under your fucking tongue. This will get you off those pills and onto this drug so the fucking government and the medical industry can start making their fucking money again. And their way of making everything right is saying, oh, we use some of that money to go towards rehab and opiate abuse fucking plans and all this. What is your fucking rehab and opiate abuse plan? To get people on Suboxone. So it's a fucking circle. So basically, you take some of the money we give you for Suboxone and you use it to get more people on Suboxone. Because everybody strung out from the opiates you said weren't fucking addictive. See it for what it is, please. Just thinking about this morning, there wasn't a plan for a fucking video, not at all. But it's something I wanted to talk about. I was afraid to talk about it because I did not want to hear everybody start saying, oh, he's talking bad about fucking Suboxone. He's talking bad about this. It saved people's lives. I know it has. And I agree with that. And I'm glad I got friends that saved their fucking lives. But all those friends, if I asked them, do you wish you just detoxed and went through the fucking nightmares? They would say yes. The only thing they might say is, I couldn't. But if those same people were given stuff to help them go to sleep, this, that, the other thing, Xanax, for instance. Oh, it's an addictive drug. It's horrible. You can die coming off Xanax. But why not give somebody detoxing just a couple days worth? You are not getting addicted to Xanax in 3 days. It's not going to happen. There's another drug, clonidine. It's used for blood pressure regulation. You don't get high from it. It's basically like a Xanax, but you don't get high. Any of you out there ever try clonidine for opiate? It's fucking amazing. That's how I actually got off. It gets rid of all the physical symptoms. You still got the mental symptoms, but all the physical throwing up, fucking shitting yourself, fucking the whole nightmare of fucking opiates is so much easier to get off of. It's not easy, but it's not impossible with clonidine. Yet, it took me months to find somebody to prescribe it to me. They're willing to prescribe me, we'll give you Suboxone, but we're not going to give you a light blood pressure medication that you're not going to get addicted to that can actually help you. Oh, it's for blood pressure. No, it's not. It has a second shelf use. It has a third shelf use. It's been proven to help people come off opiates. So fucking clonidine, I think, is a miracle drug. You don't get addicted to it, and you get through everything. It allows you to eat. It allows you to fucking sleep. It allows you to get through the actual detox process. But they don't want to give that to you. Why? Why do you think that is? They make money off it, right? Yeah, for a week. They can make money off you for Suboxone for the rest of your life. While your kidneys shut down. All the things that they put out about heroin and opiates, it hurts your kidneys, it hurts your fucking liver, it hurts this, it hurts that. Suboxone does the same fucking thing. It's an opiate. I just want anybody out there who's thinking about quitting, first of all, I love you and I hope you fucking quit. I would love to see you on my channel saying, listen, I heard your video and it made me think and I quit. That would be the best thing for me. I love making people laugh, but if somebody actually said, this made me think about it, I got clean, I might shit a fucking pickle. I'd be so fucking happy. I'd be even happier if they said, I was thinking about using Suboxone, but I decided to use clonidine. I decided to just get through it, to fucking stay awake for a week, to throw up, to get sick, just because I didn't want to be addicted to anything anymore. I did not want to give the government and the medical industry all my money, because those motherfuckers are the ones who got me fucking hooked to start with. You think they can't come out with a fucking drug that can help get you off fucking opiates without getting you addicted to opiates? Come on, man. Just like you think they can't cure cancer. I'm sure they can do all of it. But fucking why would they if the money is in the treatment, not the cure? We got to start fighting back. It's the only way that will ever change. That is the truest statement. The money's in the treatment, not the cure. So with that said, medical companies are just going to keep making treatments. If I can make money off you for your whole life, why would I give you a cure? The only way that changes is when you say fuck you, we're not going to do it. I'd rather fucking lay in a fucking garden full of rocks and sweat my fucking brains out and just drink water for a week and throw up everywhere and be sick to death and give you another fucking penny because it's you motherfuckers that got me addicted to start with. The problem is when you're fucking going through withdrawals, you're so mentally drained, you can't think that way, and you just want something to help you. And I fucking get it. But you need to be stronger than just that. You need to remember, fuck them, they did this to me. If somebody fucking punched you in the face and broke your eye socket, are you going to go to them for medical attention? So, really, somebody clocks you, breaks your eye socket. As soon as you get up off the ground, are you going to walk up to them and go, bro, could you look at this? Could you maybe fix this? Because that's what you're doing when you go to the fucking doctors to get Suboxone for your opiate addiction that you got from the doctors. Crazy, man. It really is. We took pills and it was nothing. I remember when Oxys came out and everybody was itching, but we didn't even think they were addictive. They weren't even labeled addictive until years later and people are still on them. Clonidine. If you haven't heard of it and you're thinking about quitting, I'm not saying that it's going to work for everybody. I'm not saying that maybe you would you might wind up on Suboxone. But I'm saying try something else. Try to get through it. Try a medication that will help you get through it. If you can avoid Suboxone, please do. For those who are on it, great. I'm still glad you're not on the street spending all your money. I'm just mad that you're now giving it to the fucking medical industry that got you hooked to start with. It's a fucking vicious circle, and until it gets broken, it's never going to end. And the only way to break it is for us to fucking break it and just say, fuck you, no. I'd rather be sick than give you another fucking penny. I'm done being a slave to you guys. Because that's all we are, is slaves. They threw us the opiates and they made billions and billions. They're throwing us the Suboxone, they're making billions and billions. They're throwing us the methadone, they're making billions and billions. Until we say, fuck you, I'm not giving you another penny, not going to happen. Clonidine, yeah, you're still giving them money, but that's a week. You just take that because it gets rid of the physical symptoms. So for one more week, you say, all right, give me this, but after that, fuck you guys. And again, even Suboxone, once again, if you need that, great, because it's better than the fentanyl on the streets. You know, in New York, it was like over the last 8 months, not a single drop of heroin was found. You can look this the fuck up. I know everybody looks up my shit. Not a single drop of heroin has been confiscated in New York City in 8 months. It's all fentanyl. Fentanyl and cut, that's all it is. Why? Heroin's expensive. It comes from Mexico, it comes from all these places. It's been harder to get up here. Fentanyl is cheap as fuck and comes from China, and you can have it mailed to you if you want. What are you going to do? Of course they're going to start doing that. There's fentanyl fucking labs everywhere. So it's time to stop before you die. But before you stop, think about a plan. Make a plan on how you want to stop. I'm just thinking Suboxone is not always the answer. Just because they tell you it is does not mean that it is. Do your homework. Whatever you feel is the right choice, that's the choice. But don't be convinced by anybody in a rehab, any fucking doctor, anybody that Suboxone is 100% the best way for you to fucking quit. It's not. It's not. I don't care if you're on it. I don't care if you do get mad about this. It's not the best way to quit. The best way to quit is to fucking quit. Again, there's going to be some people on it. Oh, it saved my life. They're not going to see the point I'm trying to make, because I get it saved your life, and I love that. The point I'm trying to make is, if you had a little brother, and he was hooked on opiates, would you tell him to get on the Suboxone that you're on? Or would you tell him just to get through it? Get through the fucking detox. Get your fucking life back. Be true to yourself. You're going to tell him to get his life back. Some people just can't take the detox at all, and they have to go with it. It saved your life. You're not on fucking fentanyl. I'm happier, but I'm not happy because I'm tired of giving these motherfuckers our money. That's really it for today. No laughs, no jokes, just a quick statement. I'm curious what people think about it, because I've been wanting to say this for a while and I just haven't said it. I'm starting to realize a lot of us out there were addicts. A lot of us got away from it. A lot of us are still on it. It was the worst. I did it by myself after surgery. I promised myself and my father after surgery, which was 2 years before I got the surgery, once I was healed, I would get off of it. And I was living by myself with my dog, and I got Clonidine on the street. They wouldn't, like I said, they wouldn't prescribe it to me the first time. They prescribed it to me the second time, and I just sweated my ass off and went through a mental fuckery for a week. Felt a little sick, but the Clonidine was so much better. It made it doable. Rather than kicking your legs and screaming and crying, it actually made it physically doable. I did have, after a year and a half, I did have I guess you would call it a speed bump in the road. I thought that I could take a couple pills again, and I couldn't. That time, we won't even get into, because it wasn't long, and I was able to get off so much better. It wasn't fucking years and years of an opiate addiction. But I do thank God every day that I saw it. And I was such an asshole and so mad at them for what they did to me, that I knew Suboxone could make me not sick. I knew Suboxone, I'd go right to work. I knew all this, but I was so fucking mad at them that I'd rather be fucking sick than to give them another fucking penny. That's even why I wanted to quit after everything. I was just so mad at what they did to me in my life and this whole bullshit. We didn't know it was addictive. You fucking knew it was addictive. You knew Suboxone's addictive. And mark my words, in 10 to 15 years, there'll be another fucking lawsuit and people start dying from that too. The only reason it's quiet right now is because you got given $1.3 billion, $1.4 billion to shut the fuck up. That's what the government does for the people, folks. They start investigating these medical places because they're hurting the people. They're hurting the citizens. But then as soon as they got a couple billion or $1.5 billion, whatever the fuck it was, they shut the fuck up. Because they don't care about the people. They care about the money. All right? I'm done rambling on about it. You get my fucking point. Everybody have a great fucking day. I love you all. Do whatever you have to do to get sober. It's worth it. But please, try to listen to me. Try to do it another way. I don't want to see you addicted to something else. I don't want to see anybody addicted to something else. Never mind something that the fucking government and the medical industry is caking off of. But if you have to save your life, then do it. Have a good day. The next video will be funny. I had to get this off my chest. Love you all. Peace. New York here.